back with it. I feel like starting. I feel like getting this ball rolling. Call me impatient, but I feel like moving. I feel like getting this ball rolling. Salem, please don't scratch that. Please don't scratch that. What are you doing? Don't look at me like that. Okay, she's got the zoomies, guys. Let me cheer up. Hey Rosa, hey Roy, hey Ethel, hey Monarch Monarch Moth. Hey guys. Hopefully the music's not actually. I think I am gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah, let me turn the music down just a little bit. It sets the mood. It's nice. I've been getting into Genshin again. A curse for my wallet. Okay, I'm so sorry about the music. Let me turn it down. Let me turn it down. Oh, Salem. Okay. I don't know. I tried it on my end. It seemed fine earlier. You all are just haters. Oh god, you can see the half of me that doesn't exist. This is why you don't move your chair right before checking your stream. Let me fix that actually. Let me we'll be right back. Let me fix that. Let me reposition myself. Let me move myself real quick so you guys don't see the non-existent half of me that is totally there. So that way we can get things moving. Nice jazzy song, I guess. Okay. Ah! You can see the stupid things. Oh my god. Oh no. Lulu Cthulhu is over. Oh, I'm such an unprofessional. Oh god. Oh no, guys, no. Ah, it's over. Cancel Lulu Cthulhu. You saw the truth. Okay. Okay. Hi guys. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since you've heard. That's loud in my ear, actually. Hold on. You would think starting early would mean that you had everything together. You would be wrong. Yes, I started early. I'm starting early and my chat is delayed, so I'm not. My video is the thing that's delayed. You guys are seeing me in the past, I guess. Hi. It's been a second. It's been a hot second since I've done anything, actually. I've gotten, oh my god, it's been so crazy. My life has been so crazy. We don't need singing, guys. Do we need singing? We don't need singing. It's been so crazy. I've been making a lot of advancements in my life. We're driving. Lulu Cthulhu, your local eldritch horror, can now drive. Yeah, I'm gonna be a beast on the streets. We're working on a bunch of college shit. I mean, stuff. Language, right. We're working on, what else are we working on? Not being broke. Not being broke is a good one. So a lot of advancements have been made. I got burnt out really quickly. I was putting shit out immediately. There was no thinking process behind that. Except for the core Frisk one. I had I had that planned in advance. That was like the only thing that I was like, let's lock in and do this. Sorry, Rosa. I'm not gonna spoil anyone who hasn't seen the animatic. You should, if you want spoilers for Novaverse, you should watch the animatic. Yeah, if you think that's bad, apparently Error has been tortured so much more. It's been so bad. He's done. He has every reason to be pissed. I think today we are just going to... Oh, guys, just hold on a second. Okay, well now the music is really quiet. Look at these two! Look! I'm so proud! Oh, we can ignore my ugly children. They're all disgusting. Oh my god, look! Look at that beautiful... Let me just preface this by saying, Rosa in the chat, this is Rosa's art. Go follow Rosa. She's a huge inspiration to me and a friend. I can brag about that now. I can brag about that now. And I'm drawing her characters today because I love them and I love Salem, and that's the name of my cat in real life, and I'm biased towards Salem and Aramir the ship because, yes, Drink is following, but there's a lot of angst I gotta figure out. I'm avoiding the Drink ship specifically because I'm avoiding writing my Drink ship, and I don't feel like putting effort into that right now. So right now we just have Nightmare being a tsundere, and being like, fine, I guess I won't kill you. Fine, I guess I'll heal your broken leg. Fine, I guess we're doing all of these things. But I thought I'd draw a chibi for my friend, maybe turn it into keychain for her. So look forward to that. Every time I close my eyes, for those don't know, I'm not actually closing my eyes 90% of the time. I'm looking down. That, if you see me frowning, I'm looking down. It's not, I'm not mad. It takes a lot of energy for me to be mad. But I went ahead, if you saw my story, I went ahead and did the line art, because last stream, when I was sketching out, we got literally nothing done. I was so upset with how it turned out, and I deleted the canvas. So we just went ahead and finished the line art, because that way I could color and it'll be really simple for you guys. Yeah, not my characters. They belong to Rosa. Go check her out. She's literally talking in the chat right now. Go check her out. She's inspired me so much. Again, I can brag about being friends. Ha ha ha. I'm friends with an evil spider lady and you're not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. I make myself laugh. It's kind of cringe. We don't talk about it. So today, I think we're gonna finish this up. We're gonna draw some things. We're gonna talk a little bit about Novaverse. If y'all are curious, I'll answer some questions about that, about the new chapter. Since we're on the topic of ship children, oh, hello, burnt toast. Hello. What was I saying? Frick, you guys! I forgot what I was saying. Oh, because we are on this topic of ship children, I might even talk about, no, not them. No, not them. I might talk about my own ugly little children. You will have no idea how beloved Malice is, but we won't. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it unless y'all are curious later down the line. I was so disassociating today, so I got a bunch of energy stored up from so many things. You can see all the layers here. The line art's not merged because we are gonna be doing some fancy dancy shading. Some fancy dancy stuff. Let me show you guys the sketch. I could show you all the time lapse, but I traced, guys. I traced my own art. It didn't. I used it as reference, trust. Because I'm terrible. I don't know if I should, because this is a merch design on my store that you can check out right now. See, I had to do that. Okay, I had to do that for the sketch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. But here's the time lapse. Because it's gotta be consistent, you know. I'm a faker. But yeah, I learned a bit about being Salem because I was being a nosy POS and stalking Rose's live stream at the very last 20 minutes of the stream. And she was talking about them. And I was like, oh, I gotta draw these babies. I gotta draw Salem. Wait, I gotta put my phone, my delayed ass phone, on the screen, so I went out of town, so my allergies are crazy. You guys, I hate having ADHD. What the hell was I just talking about? What the hell was I just talking about? Fuck. Oh my god. Shit. Guys, what was I talking about? Oh my god, okay. Memory loss aside. I think we're gonna be talking about... I think I'm gonna ramble about... First, let's ramble about the new chapter that I've, been struggling to damn near write. I already mentioned this in my Novaverse video. You guys can watch it. I'm not the best when it comes to reading, and even though I'm related to 4 English teachers, and I like writing, I'm still also not the best at it. Hi, Frog, Raspberry, guys, I can't speak either. I'm not the greatest at it. So I've been struggling with this new chapter because I'm not great at reading. For what? I've already forgotten. Oh no. Jesus, guys, I'm so great at streaming. Wow. I'm not great at... Oh, 4, yes. I'm related to 4 English teachers. One of them was my mom. And, she taught me. And, fun story, she sent me to the principal's office twice. People are always like, oh, your mom was a teacher? Your mom was your teacher? Yeah, you must have been spoiled. No. She sent me to the principal's office because I dropped my phone on the playground. I shit you not. I shit you not, she sent me to the principal's office. Yes, the live is very delayed. Well, I can read chat in real time, but you all don't get my reaction in real time. Yeah. Which is strange enough, because despite me not being the best at writing, you'd be surprised. College, holy crap. I did a semester at a school that, fun fact, a student died there. Like, 2 months ago. A student died there when I first enrolled. A professor died there while I was enrolled. But I can be the few to brag and be like, yeah, I was lucky enough to be raised by at least someone who knew the basics of English, rather than because the only person that I believe was an English major was my grandma, who also taught my mom and also did embarrassing shit to her in school. It's a generational trauma thing. If I literally, my whole goal in life is to not become a teacher. I have to break the cycle. It has to be done with me. It ends here. I'd also just be the meanest damn teacher. I'd be such a mean teacher. You have no idea. I would be such a mean teacher. But point is, I'm lucky to have been raised by people who are well versed in English, well enough to, despite not being great at reading, I can still, I think, write decently well. Despite that, I still struggle. And I have just found that out via this damn chapter. Hi, HQ. I just found out during this chapter because I had to rewrite basically Error's entire damn backstory. A lot of it stayed the same, but there is a pretty important part that I am gonna let you all in on. Error's original family dies. Yeah, they did. they gone. They are basically irrelevant to his entire story. And originally it was just gonna end there, and then the guardian angel arc he had, where he gets in, like, he has a fatherly bond with the guardian angel, who that's a bunch of spoilers, but I'll give you all some tidbit right now. It's not Reaper, and it's not Gino, okay? It's technically Gino, but it's not Gino. So, that part is still canon, which is why I can't really say much on the matter, but, I decided, you know what? I have an Errorberry design, and I gotta be really careful when I say that, because people will assume I'm talking about the ship. I'm not talking about the ship. I never shipped Errorberry. I never really thought, I wasn't big on Underswap when it first came out. Or not first came out, when I first got into the fandom. But yeah, I am definitely Undertale AU veteran. No, it's not Fresh. Fresh is a god, not an angel. He made an angel, though, which is illegal by godly terms. He's done a lot of illegal god activity, which is why he's banished to a dimension. Because did I tell you guys about that? I might have scripted that and never recorded the video. Did I script that and never record the video? Oh my god, that might have been what I did. Oh my god. I have a video in the works, but I got so burnt out that I never did anything. Hello, Lavender, and yes, I do mean Bluebearer. Hello, hello. I'm good. We just working on Salem Bee by Rosa Cooling. She's in the chat. Go watch her stuff. It's amazing. Yes, Jello Man. But I decided, you know what? We're gonna give Error a brother. And that's gonna be Errorberry. Errorberry? No. Sorry, you literally just said it in the chat. Bluebearer, yes. I posted the design on TikTok, but I have to redesign it because that was way back when he was just canon and they saw each other as brothers. But basically, I redesigned Errorberry to kind of be more like, it's from Genshin Impact. It's from Genshin Impact. We can talk about that later. Oh my god, it's from Genshin Impact. But I wanted to give Air a little brother, and I realized, you know what? That's fucking genius. Because now, Nightmare and Air have more reason to be gay for each other. They're so gay! They're so gay! Aki's oh no. Should I be scared? Oh, so the cute thing about Blue Bear, who, because I hate the name and I confuse it for the ship name so much, you know what I damn near you know what I renamed this good motherfucker to? His name is Widget. His name is Widget. Like the widgets on a phone. Hello, hello. There's a lot of people here, wow. Streaming at 10 p.m. is... Yes, queers are mentioned. He also has tears, but because he's not canon, this would only appear in if he was canon. I'll have to post his design. I'll have to redraw his design. I got rid of the star motif because I didn't like it. But, yeah, we have Widget. And, I don't know if I should tell you guys about Widget or leave it for, like, a surprise later down the line. I advertised it on my page. Oh no! Oh no! I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'll say that. I'm thankful. Thank you. But if you saw my Tumblr post on it, oh no, the singing. We don't need the singing. Okay. If you all watched, yeah, guys, you watched Tumblr. If you all, yes, I have Tumblr. I post sometimes. I need to post more on Tumblr. I get so nervous about posting on Tumblr. Because I have, like, no idea how to use it. I even have Twitter. I have one post on Twitter. It says, I'm probably not gonna post here often. I'm just here for news. And that's literally all I've posted. Jesus, I choked on snot. I haven't even posted on Twitter, but that's a conversation we may or may not get to later, depending on where Ship Kids territory leads us. So, Tumblr. On my Tumblr, I posted an article kind of talking about how Nightmare and Air have reacted differently to their trauma, how they've bonded over similar experiences, and why he trusts Nightmare when he doesn't trust any other people. He specifically values his relationship with Nightmare because he not only because he is a narcissist, at the same time he blames himself. I'm not really as great at describing, like, necessarily in-depth things when I haven't done, like, immediate. I'll have to start doing, like, studies, or not studies, what? I'll have to start doing, research before stream, but, I do know it's possible to still not really be fond of yourself and then also still be a narcissist. So he still blames himself for what happened to Widget. Because, guys, something bad happens to the baby. If you're squeamish around gore, don't read this chapter. Nothing happens to the baby in this chapter. Like, okay, there'll be hints, but if just as a general, because something happens to Error, and there's a lot of bodies, I guess. I don't think the bodies are too well described, but there is some gore with Error. The baby, because like I said, adult Widget, adult Blue Bearer is not canon. Widget dies as an infant. Yes, NPD. You know what's crazy? I should know that because I did a fucking project in health in freshman year of high school about that, so I should definitely know that. You know, ADHD. Oh, police officers. Nice, I guess. What was I saying? Yes. So Error is a narcissist, and he kind of elevates his status specifically so he doesn't put himself in that pit of blame, and so he doesn't blame himself for all the things that have gone wrong. I've kind of gone into depth about this for a few of my other videos on TikTok, I think. Barely anything. Only one video on YouTube. But I went into detail over about how he literally blames him, or he has to blame Ink and the gods for everything wrong within his life because he has to find anyone except himself to blame. So that is kind of where the narcissism comes into play, and he feels like if no one else is gonna be there for me, then I have to be there for me. If no one else is gonna protect me, then I have to protect me. The reason, and you would think someone who's constantly distant from another person or from other people who has trust issues wouldn't want to be around people. He wouldn't want to make exceptions. But Nightmare, my Error ship, they make an exception for each other, guys. Yeah, you get your one paragraph of toxic Error where Nightmare acts tsundere, okay? You get the one, I'm gonna assimilate you into my hive mind, and then Error's like, wait, no, we have the same goals, and Nightmare's like, uh-huh, sure, and I'm the Queen of England, and Error's like, who's the Queen of England? Bye, creator of Limetail. That's a long day. Bye, Limetail. I am giggling over Yaoi. I love it. Don't take that out of context. But I feel like I explained it way better over on my Tumblr where I could actually write what I was thinking out. It's so hard to like picture words in my mind's. So Nightmare and Error have a lot of the same experience trauma. They both have been forced, I wouldn't say abandoned, because Error's parents were killed. They would have been, if they lived during the war between gods, which I can't for the life of me remember the name, and I haven't checked my own lore to see what that's about. If they lived, then they definitely would have cared for Error. Nightmare, I'm pretty sure we all know his past at this point. Nim did not care about the Dreamtail children, or the children of Nim as they're known. She birthed them specifically as a device, as a means of controlling mortals to convince them that they do not have power, when they really did. She was basically just scaring them, being like, oh, you rely on these things that I created. She was using the children of Nim to boost the importance of something they didn't need. So like, imagine there's this pill that doesn't do anything, but the pill that doesn't do anything is hidden by a very classified, very heavily armed, like, security system, and they tell you that it does all of this stuff. So of course people are gonna try to get the pill that does nothing, while all of this bad stuff about another pill is going on. And that's kind of what I think about when I think of Nim and Nightmare, because there are definitely AUs where Nim is a good person. This is not one of them. Nim is not a bad person, or no, no, she is a terrible person. She is a terrible person. She is a terrible person. She's like the reason for a lot of things. Back to Air. Air's parents, if they were alive, would have taken care of him. He was forced into a situation where he had to be the parent because of his, because of his environment, I guess. Because the people that were supposed to take care of him were taken away from him by literally an outside force. Nightmare and Dream, on the other hand, they were forced. I mean, technically Nim dies later, but they were always Nightmare was always told by Nim, and to an extent Dream as well, was always told by Nim, you are the person in charge. Your siblings rely on you. Because she wasn't only building up the importance of these apples to the mortals, she was building up the importance of everything to the children of Nim, so that way they wouldn't rebel. And they technically didn't. If you really think about it, they didn't rebel. The only thing that they did was just get beaten up. Like, they still protected the apples to the end, and we will find out what they did. But they do share a lot of trauma in that aspect of we were forced into a situation where we had to parent. We were forced into a situation where, specifically, the gods took everything from us. Because Error's family, and later the guardian angel that I'm hinting at, die at the hands of the gods. Or allegedly die. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, elbow, elbow, rah! So, they basically lose everything, and they blame the gods. The reason that the Nightmare hates mortals, and he hates basically everyone. He hates Nim because you shitty mother, the angel war, literally the reason that angels are hated. He hates the gods because they're literally the ones that started demanding that angels be killed for their actions. And he started to hate the mortals, obviously, because they're the ones who killed, or quote unquote killed. He also blames himself for that. That he hates the gods for the mortals for basically beating him near death. And he hates everyone. So he's really quick to attack at first. Error hates the gods because they are literally, pretty directly, the reason that everything was taken away from him. His family died during the wars between, territories between the gods, when everything was basically open land and colonization. The gods were colonizers, bro. I guess I'm joking about it, but it really could be a symbol for that. They fought over territory that wasn't theirs rightfully. People were already living there, and they literally didn't care. And they started genociding these nations just from being the in-between. They were just literally there. The people were there, and the gods were like, well, I'll attack this part of your land, huh? So see how you like that. And the other god will be like, oh, damn, my chess pieces. And then the people are the chess pieces, and they're like, what the hell? You just killed, all of us. So, he definitely blames the gods for that, and he basically, he's basically, I don't know the best way to describe it. He's very vengeful. He does not think mortals, or angels for that matter, are heard, and he wants to do something about that, obviously. He wants to change that somehow. And he wants to fix that so it doesn't happen anymore. And his method of doing that, as a child, mind you, because at first he is in this mindset of, oh, it's all my fault, before he meets his guardian angel, and then after he gets motivated in life again, that person gets snatched away from him again. So then he goes on his vengeful tirade. At this time, guess whose name is popping up everywhere? Toast, Burnt, hey buddy, you've been bothering me about this character, about how I spam this character, and I make all of my lore about this character, so you know which character this is. Ding ding ding, that's right, if you guessed Ink, you would be correct. Ink's name starts popping up everywhere as the fated creator. Guess what, he's not? A creator. Oh my god, I'm so funny, guys. Oh, okay. Ink's name has been popping up everywhere. So, Error, being a child, mind you, a mortal child, travels across the multiverse. Travels across the shredded up multiverse that's literally like, think this universe used to be Pangea before Nim fucked it all up. And now it's not. Now it's fucked up, bro. And what? He literally goes, and what do you think is coincidentally blocking the entrance to where Ink is? The remnants of Dreamtale. And this is where we get into it. I completely forgot that this was talking about Error Mare, so let's get back on track with that. Their trauma is very similar. Later, when the Ink Error accident happens, you all don't know what that is. Some of you may know what that is. I might have yapped a little too much about it. When that happens, who comes to save his ass? His boyfriend. No, they're not dating at this point. Nightmare. Nightmare comes to save him. They talk about their trauma beforehand. Nightmare feels comfortable enough because when they first meet, they literally, talk about, this is like, hey, I actually hate the gods too. Please don't kill me. And so Nightmare's like, ugh, fine, I won't kill your bitch ass, Baka. I'm sorry, it's really funny that I wrote him as a cinder, and I didn't even realize it until afterwards. I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. After that, they start talking, they start getting along. I guess I'll help you. They start getting along, they start talking, they start doing all of these things together. They grow closer, they grow more comfortable with each other, and something fundamental within Error's mind is that he sees them as equals. They've both witnessed the same trauma of having this thing, losing them to specifically the gods, and they've had the same trauma. So the possibility of Nightmare being another person to leave him would be contradictory in his mind, because he's like, well, I wouldn't leave Nightmare. I wouldn't leave Nightmare, and because he's been through the same shit that I've had, then he wouldn't leave me, because that's fucking contradictory. Like, that just doesn't equate in my mind. That's pointless. Why would he do that? He wouldn't. And he doesn't. To his credit, Nightmare is loyal, Nightmare stays, Nightmare, Night Error ship, we love that. But how they react to this trauma regarding their siblings and that parentification is different. We see Nightmare actively trying to suppress his guilt because he is also sort of narcissistic like Error, but he is much like he is more likely to he recognizes more so that this is his fault. That technically, even though they were, even though his siblings were going to be killed by the villagers regardless, that it was his fault for the excess negativity that they became stone. That technically was his fault. So he still feels guilty over that. He's more so living in denial, like, where we see that denial. Nightmare, or fucking, sorry, Error, on the other hand, is just fucking dumb and won't take the damn hint that, hey, maybe, just a thought, maybe this kind of, it wasn't his fault, but like, it wasn't necessarily the people that he's blaming for. The gods that killed his family, technically, are gone because the creators didn't like them. So he's kind of just blaming anyone and everyone for his problems. Even though it is or isn't valid. He eventually turns this into literally blaming ink for everything, like, oh, well, I can kill people because ink made me a monster, so this is technically all his fault. But, I mean, we all know that ink is literally trying his best. Regardless of what AU, ink is just trying his fucking best. What else are we talking about today? I gotta think. You can see. Bye, Roy. Creator. No. There are multiple creators of Novaverse in canon, and they actually really are fond of Error. Meanwhile, I'm about to kill him. That's a joke. Error will live throughout the series. So far there's only one main character death, and that is Rose's favorite character. Didn't know that, but we learn, we make mistakes, we move on. The other character that has so far been tortured the most is Error, which is Berto's favorite character. Oh my god. This is Bee. This is Rosa Cooling's drink ship child that we are drawing some fan art for today. Yeah. But they fundamentally react to this trauma differently. Error is actively trying to reject anyone that he sees as a possible threat to this balance. He doesn't see Nightmare as a threat to that balance of, like, because logically, Nightmare wouldn't do the same shit that he'd be afraid of, because they both have the same experiences. So in their mind, they are literally equals. Like, Error might as well see them as the same exact person. So it doesn't make sense in his mind for Nightmare to be a threat to that, so therefore he allows that connection to bond. They get married, it's a cute thing, I draw ships of them, they kiss, I might draw photo cards of them. While Nightmare actively tries to kind of replace his siblings. It's not a nice word, but I think it's the right word, because while he will always care for his siblings, he does try to find family within the bad Sanses, or the bad guys, because I think Sans is when Eliza is there, and while Cross doesn't like being canonically, in canon X-Tail, Cross does not like being referred to as Cross Sans or X-Tail Sans, because he sees that as a sort of dog breed, and he doesn't want to be classified as just a mere dog breed, because he's more than that. In his mind, he's a person. I mean, he is, but you know. What else? So, that's what's going on with the new chapter. That's all I can reveal right now. That's why they get along. That's why Nightmare is the exception. I don't know if I explained that well enough or if I just kept running around in circles. Occasionally when I ramble about anything, I will just run around in circles. Ooh, some lag right there. Occasionally I will just run around in circles and drive myself insane. Not that way, this way, Salem. I think chat went dead. So that is all we're talking about that's all I really have for this chapter, I guess. And that's because I have sort of, I've been reworking the story a little bit. I never really mapped out the Heirs story. I had a plan, and this is what I was talking about with the writing, I wasn't really sure how to lay that out in front of me. And you know what? Making Nightmare a Tsundere was like the best thing to happen to me because like the best idea I had for this, because otherwise he would have just helped him up with a rock and I was like from falling on a root, instead of like this really graphic display of how Nightmare he still classifies himself, or no, he now classifies himself as the Prince of Darkness. Edgy, but it's him, and he's a teenager right now, so he's allowed to be edgy. He classifies himself as the Prince of Darkness because he's literally puppeteering the corpses of the villagers who tortured and nearly killed him. He's puppeteering them with negativity. And this is the part where I get really glad that this is not sponsored. This is graphic. But you see him, you can read it now. I posted a little short snippet, a little whip of the chapter, what I have so far, of them as teenagers. And yeah, we see them just chilling as teenagers. No. As teenagers, and they do grow, because I always thought that the idea of Nightmare becoming a sudden fucking adult was stupid. I mentioned this in my last stream. It's stupid. I hate it. It's a dumb concept. He should grow up as a teenager instead of just turning into a grown-ass man who hates his brother for no damn reason. It's a dumb concept. Next question. Trying to figure out where to go with the ink situation, I realized that I'm probably gonna have to have more chapters for the first arc than I initially thought. Especially with Ink's betrayal, I guess, quote-unquote, of error. I guess is how you would classify that, even though it was also, we get to see an example of the abuse he faces from X. And some core Frisk love. We get to see some core Frisk love. Oh, thin brush. Very, very thin brush. What else? I think, yeah, that's all we're gonna be talking about for the new Novaverse chapter. You guys want to know about my ship kids? Where are they? Where are those little shits? Right here, baby. Oh, I should say, if you are coming here and you attacked me on Art Fight, I did not and will not be able to get to that this year. I'm really sorry about that. Something pretty bad happened there. And I'm not gonna talk about it on stream because that's how bad it was. So, I'm not gonna be doing Art Fight until next year. I'm sorry for all the people that I didn't attack, who attacked me. You all gave me really lovely art. I am super, super thankful for that. But I did want to mention that because these bad boys are on Artfight, and I got a lot of fan art of Malice, Wisher, Satin, not Stain, not Satan, and Bite. So I wanted to mention that again. Thank you everyone who attacked me on Artfight this year. Something if you know the traumas of Amino, of Undertale AU Amino, since that's been talked about recently on TikTok, then you know what I'm talking about when I say something bad happened and I saw someone that I didn't want to see anymore. So we're moving on. What else? Yes, again, thank you for all of the amazing fan art, the amazing art. I will get to you next year. I will attack you next year. I'm again really sorry about missing any attacks. It will happen, just not this year. Fuck, I may give you all uncounted, unattacked art, like, that's not counted towards points just because I feel bad. Because you all deserve some good art. Toast, I'll have to tell you something funny in DMs about your name. And why I panicked the first time you DM'd me. That would be so real. Anyways. We are moving on. Because I don't want to draw it out, you know? I don't want to be that type of person, even though I am drawing it out right now, but we're gonna move on. What song is this? Sumeru? I should talk about my Genshin Impact addiction. Oh my god, look! I forgot a line. I remember, yeah, that art was pissing me off too. What was I saying? We can talk about my ship kids, and as you all know, I love ships. I'm a sucker for them. I found out about Color and his damn existence from Rosa. Rosa's video with that Romeo and Juliet song, which is really damn good, by the way. I liked that movie growing up. That was one of the movies that we'd watch. What? Sorry, what? What am I talking about? Romeo and Juliet. What? Killer Color. Killer Color. That's what we're talking about. Oh my god, I should talk about how fucking mad I get about LARPing. Anyways, ADHD aside, something that I found out about Color, I think, I could be wrong, but I found out about Color Killer being a thing from Rose's Romeo and Juliet video. And I fucking love that song, so I think that's also how I found out about Rosa existing. And good thing I did, because I wouldn't be here today if she didn't inspire me to do this, so yay. I keep saying we, and I've literally done nothing. Oh my god, I have no idea where I found out about that through Rosa. I thought it was a really cute ship and I immediately started shipping it. Same thing happened with Aramare. I've seen Drink a lot. Dream has a lot of ships. Ink has a lot of ships, but dare I say Dream has more because Dream is shipped with Swamp. Dream is shipped with Killer. Dream is shipped with Cross. And you know, the more I think about Dream and Cross, the more I'm starting to hate the ship. I'm serious. I'm starting to hate what is it? It's not Drink. Dream, or no, Cream. That's what it is. I'm starting to hate the Cream ship. I think the power imbalance and the way that it's presented is pretty present, is how I'll phrase that. I don't think it's something that can be ignored. Hot take, hottest take. If you ship Cream, I don't hate you. I got friends that ship Cream. Roy ships Cream. You can ship whatever you want, but I just don't ship it. Also, it's illegal in Novaverse, and they have a parent dynamic, and yeah. They have a, parental dynamic instead. And I thought that fit better, honestly, because I feel like Cross looks up to Dream in so many more familial ways. Cross also, none of the people in Novaverse really had a good home life, is how I describe that. Killer was literally one of the stanzas that was a fucking test subject. If you read Hay on Plates, if you've read, there's so many comic dubs about it. There's so many. I could, let me count the damn ways. Let me also plug in my laptop. There we go. My back is killing me, Jesus. What was it? They don't really have, oh. That was the wrong button on my chair. Guys, I shrunk in real time. You guys just witnessed that. And I did it again. Where's the right level? Level? Oh, okay. My back hurts, so I had to sit my chair up. Get a gaming chair. It's fucking worth it. Mine has a footstool, so I can sit crisscross. I'm spinning right now. You can't tell. You can kind of tell. I feel like it's just toast in the chat. Anyways, I keep distracting myself. This is why, like, I can't be a professional streamer, because I deadass cannot remember what I was talking about. They don't really come from a good life. I'd say horror might, because horror also had a papyrus. Killer never had a papyrus. I think that was a big change. Sorry. Hello? Oh, my OBS. Hello? Yes? Hello? Oh no. Oh no. Please. Oh my god. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is like horrible.